the next thing here is, let's talk about traffic, okay? Most people run traffic to a cold audience to sell products. And this is really not what you want to do, because what happens is if you're running it to a cold audience, people that don't know you, don't know if they have a problem, don't know you have the solution, you're trying to really target it down. You're trying to put in the right age group, the right demographics, the right part of the country, the right income. And every single time you drill down a little bit more, your CPA cost goes up, okay? So every time you try to make that audience a little bit more targeted, your cost for putting that ad out there goes higher and higher and higher and higher. So we don't really want to do that. Our initial ads to a cold audience, we want to make as broad as possible and not really try to sell a product. So that's not what you want to do. And I see people do it every day and they lose a ton of money and they're like, I'm spending so much, I'm getting a few sales here and there, but oh my God, the cost for acquiring a customer is way too high. So the illusion, what happens with the illusion? Here's the illusion. You go out and you buy a bunch of ads, okay? And I did this in the beginning. I had a product in the beginning and I ran some ads and it worked. And I was like, well, I got a product here, it works. I'm gonna start spending more and more money on it. And I started spending more and more money on it and nothing happened. And then the other ads weren't happening. And I was like, well, darn, it's not working. And this was a number of years ago. And I was like, well, I don't understand. I thought I had it figured out. I thought I had traffic. I thought I had sales. What happened to all my sales and traffic? And the fact was, it was an illusion. It was an illusion because I got lucky with one product, one audience, and one ad, but it really wasn't a system. It didn't really address the problem. All it was a little bit of beginner's luck, okay? So it was kind of hopes and dreams. I thought, well, if I just keep running more ads, then I'll hit on another one, I'll hit on another one. When in fact, I really didn't have a plan. So, now I have more of a plan and I know what I'm doing and it's different audiences and it's retargeting and it's all these other things. And that's what you have to know now, okay? Because hopes and dreams is just going to cost you a lot of money on Facebook. You don't want to do that. It's not what you want to do, okay? Here's the truth. That's a scary face, isn't it? It'll wake you up this morning. This is the truth. Are you ready for this? 98% of the visitors who come to your site do not buy on the first visit. Let me repeat that. 98% of the visitors who come to your site do not buy on the first visit. So if you're running ads and you're getting all this traffic and your conversion rate sucks from cold traffic, it's supposed to. Your traffic's supposed to suck. Understand, these people don't know you. They don't know your product. They don't know your solutions. They don't know anything. So, the odds of them buying anything from you, they're just not good. Okay, so you've got to quit doing it this way. That's not what we're supposed to do on these cold ads that we're sending out. Okay, here's the cold traffic rules. It's only supposed to do two things. When you're running traffic, okay, cold ads, audiences you don't know, it's supposed to educate them. So you want to give some information about what you're doing. Like in my example, maybe I'll teach them, how to, find a product online or how to price products, or where to source them from. And then the next thing you're supposed to do, got to entertain them a little bit, okay? It's got to be funny. It's got to be interesting. It's got to be something more than just education because, education without entertainment is boring, okay? And entertainment without education is useless. So you've got to incorporate both of these things when you're running cold traffic. And it could be for a free download. It could be to watch a webinar. It could be to watch some free training, whatever you want it to be. But understand, all you're trying to do is reach out into this huge ocean out there of customers and find some people that are interested in what your niche is. That's the only thing you're trying to do. You're really not trying to sell them, okay? You're maybe trying to sell them on who you are, but at that moment, you're not trying to sell them your product. Okay, so ad goals. What are your ad goals when you're running these cold traffic ads? The first one is to build a cult. There's nothing better than a cult, okay? And a cult is nothing more than a bunch of people who follow something or someone, okay? So, I know there's a cult around Chick-fil-A. My wife loves Chick-fil-A, okay? Cultish type thing. In-N-Out Burger, they've got a cult that follows them. It's insane, right? You've got individuals who actually have cults, and you have people that follow them, or, there's trainers out there that get followed. So the first thing you want to do is get people who want to hear more of what you got. That's the important thing. Next thing is you want to develop trust. Now, how do you develop trust? Well, what you want to do with developing trust is you give them something of value. You know, if I give you something of value, if on down the road, if I have a product for sale, you know, I could say, hey, I've got this product also. And you may say, well, you know, his free stuff was good. So, you know, yeah, I think I'll buy his product. That's what you want to do. You have to give before you take. And so many people just want to run an ad and make money from people that don't know them. Really hard to do. Really, really hard stuff to do. Next thing you want to do is build authority. When I say authority, you have to come across as the person that knows something about that subject matter, okay? So I'm not going to be able to, you know, teach you how to fix electronics. I can't do that. I have no authority there whatsoever. But, you know, I've been online for 9 years making a living doing it. So, you know, I have a little bit of authority in that area. I've written my third book right now is going to be coming out soon, you know, and the last two are just about e-commerce. So, you know, that gives me a little bit of authority. Next thing, you're going to get information about your visitors. Now, what information are you going to get? Well, you know, like I showed you, you can pixel these people. And when you pixel these people, you want to pixel them at all levels. So you want to pixel them, you know, at viewing your content, visiting your page, you know, adding to cart. And all those pixels are in Facebook. And I have videos on that if you want to go back into my Facebook group. But what you want to do is you want to pixel them at all levels because you want to do different ads based on what level they're at. So, you know, if you had somebody just came to your website, you wouldn't run an ad to them that says, hey, you left this in your cart. Do you want to go ahead and check out now? And they will say, well, I never even went to my cart, you know? So you want to have different ads for the different levels, okay? And you can set yourself up for sales campaigns, you know, when you do this. That's the goal. So these are your 5 steps of what you want to do. Okay, so the type of retargeting. Like I said, visitors are different depending on, you know, where they were at. Like somebody could have come to your site and accidentally came there. And that, you know, that pixel of somebody just showing up at your site, maybe not that good. Now, I mean, some of them are, and they're certainly going to be better than cold traffic. But, you know, there's a portion of them that accidentally got there. So the first one is view content, where they actually just look at something. They go, oh, okay, there's something on your site. But the other one is a cart recovery one. A cart recovery, these people here, they have a whole lot more value because what they've done is they've actually gone to your site. They've looked at a product, they've taken that product and said, yeah, that's a good deal. I like that. I like that a lot. They've added it to their actual cart, and for some reason, they didn't check out, okay? So what I want to do now is I want to cover the type of ads you're going to send to these people because we make some